I'm glad we cleared it. I am too. No, I mean, there was nothing really. I just wanted to know what you meant by it, you know? But I was like, I really like Jeff Bezos, so we're good.
Before, I was going to keep it to myself, but actually, I think I'm a little bothered now.
I thought that I had someone who was like my ride or die for a really long time. And in this moment, I don't see that Jen.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 14, Episode 2. And for me, I just felt this episode was very much filling in the gaps, telling us more about the backstories, and letting us know a little bit more about the ladies. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe, put down a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the episode. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, wanted, securing the bag.
But we open up the episode with Danielle. She go with her family, her fine ass husband, and her daughter. They go take pictures for her website. You know, ever since her been on the show, her website has boomed, and she has access now to a larger target audience. So now people are just buying her stuff. But she did say something. I was just like, I questioned it, because she was like, yeah, you know, I'm at New York Fashion Week. I made my own stuff. I made 7 new things. I said 7. Girl, you had a lot of time on your hands just to make 7. Girl, you better over here outsource, go get some fabrics, talk to the people at Project Runway, do what you gotta do, try to come up with your shit. You know, I feel like obviously for her target audience, people like it, so shout out to her for that. But she go into the backstory about how when she go down to the shore, because everybody planned to go down to the shore, that her and her husband are about to celebrate because he had a cyst on his brain in 2017, had surgery, boom, everything was good. And she was just like, you know, if that would have stayed, you know, something bad could happen. He might not have even be here today. So they want to celebrate a celebration of life, a continue of life for her husband. So,
and he couldn't even walk. He would stand there and just stare at me. It was terrifying. Come to find out, he had a cyst in his brain.
So shout out to him and, you know, everything with that. She goes into the backstory that, you know, her and her brother are not in a good space. But now at the reunion, when she sent, you know, the gift to her brother, they returned it. Her father did not back her up. So now she's, you know, cutting off access to herself from her father.
He's never stood up for me. And it might be harsh on my part to just cut ties. I just need to start protecting myself.
So it's one of those things where, you know, she just like, look, I don't have time for it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna let, you know, I'm still gonna let my kids see him, but I'm removing access to myself from him. And sometimes you have to do that. Like I said before, y'all already know that the situation with me and my dad, he does not have access to me. We don't talk. We haven't talked since he cussed me out on my birthday 2 years ago. And we had a deep conversation where he wanted to know how I felt about, you know, the stuff that happened when I grew up. Mind you, we already had the conversation years ago when I first started college, and I thought we're in a good spot. Everything was good leading forward. But that day he just, you know, I felt disrespected, and it was the straw that broke this camel's back. And we had an honest conversation, and I told him exactly how I felt. He got offended by what I said. Like I told him, it's like, you want the past to change, and it's set in stone. The shit ain't gonna change. Just because you don't remember doesn't mean that I don't remember. I remember everything that happened, unfortunately, because it was fucking traumatic. I'm not going into it, maybe in another video, but right now, that's just what it is. So if Danielle feels like she wants to cut off access, she can do that. So we transfer over to Teresa's house. She has a company coming over doing like, I guess it's like electromagnetic sculpting. They're sculpting their glutes. I did something like that before. It was cool sculpting on my stomach. I was trying to get this waist snatched. So we see Jennifer Aiden, we see Danielle Cabral. They all go over to Teresa's house, and they're over here doing the procedure. Jennifer's like, I'm not doing that. If I don't have the laughing gas, I'm not doing it. So Teresa's just like, okay, cool. I'm you know, she did it. She got on it. She acting like it hurt so bad. I'm like, girl, you fine. They did it on their booty, and they're over here talking about, you know, the party that's going on when they go to the shore. Everybody's going to the shore, so they're just trying to figure out, you know, the dynamics of the group. So Danielle's just like, look, you know, I'm gonna be staying at Rachel's house, so, you know, with Jim Vessler. I'm just on the fence with her. I'm trying to build a relationship with her.
Trying to build a new friendship with her. You know, I really do like Rachel, so I'm not gonna be a bitch to her because her and Teresa are fighting.
And Teresa said, look, I'm never going to tell you who to hang out with, who to talk to. I just don't fuck with them. So it is what it is. But, you know, do what you got to do. Like, I'm not going to hold that against you.
Listen, you know me. I don't tell you who to be friends with. I don't tell you whose team to be on. You want to be friends with Rachel? Like, God bless.
Like, do what you got to do. Which I like that stance because these are grown-ass women. Like, how you going to try to tell somebody who they can and cannot hang out with, right? But it's funny because opposite happens with Rachel and them because they over here going to chastise Fessler. We're going to get to it. So we skip over to Margaret, Melissa, and Rachel going paddleball. And they're basically talking about, you know, the dynamics of the group, like they're saying. And they're just like, you know, after that, I don't mess with, you know, Teresa. And I'm just like, Rachel's really feeding this whole fuck Teresa situation.
It's pathetic. The problem is we left the gate open a little and the bolt came out. The gate's closed. The gate's closed. It's bolted shut. You are a piece of shit and I have nothing to say to you.
Which is fine. She don't have to fuck with her. But my whole thing is, I feel like Melissa dropped the Teresa baton and I feel like Rachel picked it up at this point, because I don't see why Rachel has such venom and animosity towards Teresa coming into this season. Yes, y'all have manila envelopes. Yes, y'all investigated each other. Cool. But my whole thing is, I could have sworn John Fuda's whole situation was, oh, you had me investigated. I don't, you know, rock with people that had me investigated, right? And then him and Lou was going back and forth on part 3. But then they get into the whole drug dealer thing and this, that, and third. You listening to people that my ex-wife or my ex whatever who's in prison. I mean, I'm just confused on this animosity and how Aunt Rachel's so upset. She's like, Teresa is a horrible person. I'm just like, girl. We also see, you know, Antonia has her 18th birthday. It was a really nice, beautiful event. And one thing, the only thing I kept thinking about the whole time while they were sitting there, I'm just like, is Melissa white? Because I see the other side. I'm just like, oh my, her sister. I'm just like, they look white as hell. And now looking at Melissa, I'm like, Melissa look like she is mixed with something. I don't know what Melissa's mixed with. Melissa looks mixed with something, right? But all in all, ever since I've seen Melissa is bad. Melissa is fine. So shout out to Joe on that one. They start crying. They're celebrating her daughter. Oh my god! And then I did catch this, but I feel like it's like an Italian thing. But Joe definitely kissed that man twice. I caught that. I was like, oh, whatever. But you know that was I think his name was Nick. He's engaged to the other guy, and you know they're about to get married. Joe is going to, you know, be officiating their wedding. So they're like, thank you for officiating our wedding. You know, and then they say, you know, Joe has always been a part of our family. He's really, you know, he's always been a member of our family since he's been a part of our family. So I'm just like, we get it. Y'all don't fuck with Teresa. Teresa is trifling as hell. She low down, she dirty. We get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. I'm just like, Melissa is going to lay it on thick, like, yeah, you know, you don't fuck with his family. But we finally see everybody arrive down to the shore.
Could you fix my ponytail? I can't believe you hurt your arms. Can't either. I can't eat and I can't do my hair.
Everybody's over here unpacking, the chit-chatting, nothing too crazy. But the conversation did have where, you know, Nicole was just basically telling everyone, like, look, I get y'all don't fuck with each other, but this is a celebration about my husband. Can we keep it cool, please? So John's like, well, you know, if somebody push me, then I'm going to push back. It is what it is. And my whole thing with John is like, I don't see no woman talking to you like that. No woman really have a conversation with you. And I feel like he wants to be in the mix so bad that it comes to a point where it's just like, why are you so upset? Yes, I get that she said that you are a drug dealer, and we kind of find out that she said that he was a drug dealer in the past. And I mean, he had a charge when he was younger at 17, which I mean, that's not really, I wouldn't hold that against him, right? But I just feel like the way that he is so upset, let your wife is already doing a lot, but let her do that. it's just coming off weird, and it coming off that he wants to take his wife's spot. Right, okay. Esther comes in, and they're just like, yeah, you know, she's Teresa's friend. She's cool with Teresa, so you know.
Here we go. Here we go.
I can't associate with people that associate with her.
I don't go into situations when someone says something mean. I'm not in turn mean.
And they really give her hell. I'm just like, girl. And my whole thing with Fessler, what I really wanted her to say in that moment is like, look, I'm a grown-ass woman, and I'm going to hang out with whoever I want to hang out with. And I understand that y'all don't like her, but do not try to, you know, bully me and try to make me feel a type of way because I'm amicable with this woman. You might not be cool with her, don't mean I have to follow behind you. But I feel like they all sit around and they want to be like, okay, we're gonna be on one accord. We're all on one page, and it's just like, that's not life, right? Me and my best friend, we only had like 2 little blips in our friendship, but most of them were misunderstandings, right? He hung up with someone, and I told him, I was like, I personally don't fuck with this bitch, and I don't like her. We would never be cool because I see this type of person that this person is. He ultimately saw it in the end, but I had to let them make that choice. But I told him, I said, if you're going to continually be cool with this person, hang out with this person, I will not be around y'all to see it. So if this person is at events, if this person go out to the club, I will not go out with y'all, or I will keep my distance. I told her, I was like, look, you don't have to invite me out. That's cool. That's fine. But I don't fuck with this bitch. You know, after a couple months, it was what it was. I didn't say I told you so. I was just like, okay. That's it. I just feel like sometimes you do have to voice your opinion, but I'm not going to make you feel guilty for hanging out with that person. I'm just going to let you know that I'm not cool with them. And if they're around, I'm not going to be around. It's time for the party. The party looks really nice. Everybody's like, Danielle, you did so great, girl. Oh my God. We get introduced to this girl named Tiffany. Only thing I could really look at was the lips. But she's on TV. She's new. I guess she's going to be maybe a friend character on the show. I mean, it's cool to introduce another woman. That's fine. Everybody's hanging around, very much amicable. Jackie did not get invited. And everybody's like, oh, why didn't you invite Jackie? Danielle didn't invite Jackie because Jackie, like I said, Jackie always gave hater vibes. Hater. And why the fuck would she invite Jackie if Jackie always has some shit to say about somebody? And that's I really want to like Jackie bad. I do. Because I feel like Jackie has good qualities. However, I just don't like the fact that Jackie always give me hater. But, you know, everybody's enjoying the party. You know, the girls are sitting around, all this, that, and the third. Teresa comes in. Got eyes. Everybody's looking like, I'm like, damn, to be a person that can shift the energy in the room is crazy.
Your boy's here.
Oh, I don't have boys. I don't have no boys. My boys are right here.
You look so like I'm gonna.
Everybody's doing their hellos, their goodbyes. Jennifer Aiden comes in with Teresa, all that stuff. So towards the end of the episode, Teresa and Jen Fessler, they walk over and they talk. And this is one thing when I always say that when you're having important conversations, sometimes it's good not to bring the wild card. Sometimes it's always good to bring the people that you know for a fact is going to stick to the plan and keep it to themselves. Because Jen Fessler, she dropped the dime on all of them. All of them. One thing about Jen is she going to eat, she going to laugh, she going to drink, but she don't give me liar, right? So Teresa asked her, she was like, okay, I have a question. Before the reunion, did all y'all meet up at Margaret's house? And then Jen was like, yeah, we did.
Everyone had met at Margaret's house the night before the reunion.
Yes.
She's like, okay, so what were y'all talking about? And Jen said, she said, we knew that Louis got information from the private eye. We didn't know what, but we all got together and we're like, okay, we need to make sure that we execute this plan because he got this information on us. So we need to make sure that we have stuff to rebuttal on him. Baby.
They get together to say, we're walking into this show. It's like when they come at us with this, we can come back at them with whatever, XYZ.
And this is the thing that really irritates me, especially for the reunion. Y'all sat around, got together, and that how the reunion looked was basically how everything happened. Y'all was one team, and then y'all had, you know, the other ones over there. I just didn't like that. I just felt like y'all sit up here and then y'all want to be like, oh, well, you know, this is our authentic life, and you know, we're all, it gets very much divided, it gets very much team. The conversation about John got brought up in about his arrest and his past, whatever. She's like, did you say that John currently was a drug dealer or he was a drug dealer? And Teresa's like, no, I said that he was a drug dealer. That's what his, you know, girlfriend, wife, baby mama said, that he was a drug dealer. So Jen's like, oh, they thought that you meant now. So
I said they came in there with the manila envelopes. Like, you talked this big talk about the manila envelopes, and you didn't even open them.
That got, you know, cleared up. And then Jen was like, look, I like Teresa. I'm cool with Teresa. And if they don't like that I'm friends with her, I really just don't give a fuck. It is what it is. Like,
Teresa swearing on her girls, I really want to believe Teresa.
Even you look over and pan over at the end, and Rachel's just like, Jen, Fessel, what are you doing? She's like, you look so dumb. And she was like, I thought I had somebody that understood me, and you know, it would be one of those things.
I feel really remorseful right now because I thought that I had someone who was like my ride or die for a really long time.
Like, don't get me wrong, I get it, because like I said, my friend, we went through the same situation where he was cool with somebody that I didn't fuck with. But I'm not going to, I understand that my friend can have other friends outside of me. I'm not gonna be like, well, why the fuck I don't like this bitch, you not gonna like this bitch either. I'll just sit back and just like, you know, it is what it is. You're gonna see ultimately that something's gonna happen. I'm gonna still be here because, you know, you my ride or die. You're my best friend. We do have separate friends because we both live in different states. But it's one of those things where it's just like, normally if he peeps on, I peep it too. If I peep it, he peep it too. So we're damn near coming on 10 years of friendship. So I mean, I know that man like the back of my hand, vice versa. So it was what it was. But I think I peeped this situation where I feel like the root of the problem in not the Teresa side but the Melissa side is not Melissa. For me, I feel the root of the problem is Margaret. I feel like Margaret thinks she run them girls, i.e. Jackie, Rachel, Fessler. She feels like she run them girls, and she feel like she can say whatever the fuck she want to say, and ain't shit gonna happen about it. So, like you see in the clip for next episode, she talking shit to Jackie. Mind you, this is the second time that I've seen on TV she over here talking reckless to Jackie.
Definitely. I think she's feeding off of what everyone else is saying. Jackie, please, dear God, don't speak for Jen Fessler. Hold on. No. Both.
And she did it at Jackie's wedding. And I brought it up in my review too. At Teresa's wedding, she was talking shit to Jackie. And I think that might be one of the reasons why Jackie flipped it, because who the fuck are you to talk to a grown woman like that? It's crazy, right? Before I end this episode, I want to talk about Fessler though. I like Fessler, I think she cool. But Fessler did something fake as hell. I don't want y'all to think I forgot. Fessler, you told Margaret last episode that if you don't fuck with Teresa, I don't fuck with Teresa.
This again, I'm never going to see those people again. And I did say to you, then I'm not going to see those people again either. I meant it.
You said that. But now you cool with Teresa. And I'm trying to figure out where the fuck the switch came from. Because that's fake as hell. Backpedal, I just thought about it. You lied in that moment because you said you don't fuck with Teresa off of what Margaret said. What's going on, ma'am? Now that is the only thing I'll give Fessler that I'm looking at her sideways. Maybe she's the people pleaser. Maybe, you know, I don't know what it is. But at the end of the day, like, that's the only thing that I'm looking at her sideways. And maybe the producers are like, you know what? We got to switch this up, right? But y'all, let me know what you guys think. That was the episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a God stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite you. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This American all I really asking for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye bye.